Here. Call the meeting to order.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Not sure where Pat's at. Yeah, recording. That's when you record. Sorry. Starting at 74 Highway. Oh, I guess we gotta approve the minutes.
Approved the minutes at the last meeting, November 5th, as presented.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Carried 3-0.
We have a requisition first, but we want to look at before we do that. Matt, you might start with like purchase for our employees. It's a two-purpose coat, it's a raincoat, and it's like the one that I wear right there. So I called y'all to get a discount or see what our discount would be. And together with both of us purchasing the coats would be $4,021.86. All our employees.
Road and bridge portion will be $1,580.
And my portion would be $241.84.
You're the input first responders.
First responders and then employees.
Is this something you guys have budgeted?
I have it either in capital outlay or I have it in the APG money. Either one.
We should have, we're doing real well on budget this year. It's just, I'm just sitting with first responders, and when you're out in a snowstorm or something, in the winter, my guys are in and out of the salt trucks, walking around the trucks, and you can see that coat a lot better than you could just, ready to take the dust.
And all of my employees did have those, but they bought them like 8-9 years ago, so those don't last that long.
The same with road and bridge. We bought, the county's purchased the coats before, but it's been like 4 years since the last time we purchased them, and everybody's are nasty and bad or wore out, and it's just time to replace them.
So what's the total amount?
Total amount together would be $4,021.86. But we each have requisitions.
Yeah.
Good.
The road and bridge. This is, for falling, that needs to be filed.
We got the budget.
So I'm not just having that,
As long as we do it once every 10 years, it's okay.
sorry. We don't buy them very often.
Move to approve the requisitions for purchase of the waterproof coats, for road and bridge road for first responders.
In the amount of $4,021.86.
If you want to break it down, it's $1580.02 for road and bridge and $24 for
road signs, $841.14. Then I have a, request from Rural One District One to, cross Rollins Road at 272nd Road with a water line. Yeah, well, that's the old one, I think. I was gonna have Pat review it, but it's the standard, same standard form that we always use.
He said Pat,
He has not, but it's the, he hasn't looked at, but it's the same standard form that we always use. I don't see any reason why there'd be a problem with it.
Mhm.
You know.
All my business.
Alright, so Highway 74, I got an email on Friday from Pat, wanted to know who was in charge of changing road names and addresses and all that. Emergency management and the appraiser's office do all that together now, it used to be just emergency management, but now we do it together. So I had a meeting with, Roger and with Jim this morning. There's 12 addresses on that highway that'll need their addresses changed. The part that runs east and west will become 210th Road, the part that runs north and south here will be Honest Road. We'll just need to put it in the writing system and send a letter after you guys do a resolution renaming the roads. Won't take very long. And then on the 911 side, what else expect to do is Roger will do an updated 911 GIS map that we'll send down to Geocom and they'll put it in our system.
Now, the state indicated we need to contact the postal service.
Mhm.
Is that, do you know who we typically contact on that?
Whoever the
The
actual
local-
postal service.
The US Postmaster?
Yeah, 'cause they're all asking addresses.
Okay.
There's 12 of them. Yeah, they're all asking.
So they just need to be contacted, once we pass resolution, they just need to be contacted, and they need to be part of the discussion.
Yeah, they would need to. So we get why they would need to be part of this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they just have to be notified of the,
With those addresses
those change,
changed.
the change in the name of the.
You're gonna wanna give, these people time to get everything changed over. You're gonna wanna send them a letter, someone will send them a letter soon, stating your address is gonna change from this to this. Instead of, oh, today your address changed, you know, so. Cause it's gonna affect those people a lot when they're changed. Everything, you know, address, billing,
And the reason we're moving on this is because we gotta get that done. And then once we set up an appointment, we were told with the state, they'll come out and take their signs down, we'll put our signs, and then we can get paid.
Okay.
Yeah, I spoke with Leroy Kane, and that, he was gonna set up, an appointment with the commissioners, so we can set up a day, a time, and, to, where we will take possession actually of the road.
Yeah, they said basically, yeah, once you officially change your sign, you get that in place, and
Yep.
change your sign.
I figured,
They will electronically track, the funds are there, they're ready to be transferred.
figured when we go out there, the state take down their road signs, and we'd be right behind them, put up ours, and hopefully do it all right in the same day, and
Yeah, we'd like to have this wrapped up here hopefully within 30 days. I think that's a good idea. I don't think it'd be too unreasonable. I think we should be able to have that wrapped up in 30 days. give him a call now. Give him-
Do we need to wait for you guys to pass a resolution stating the renaming before we send out letters?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to,
running that today,
yeah, I believe, I thought that would be the next.
We can't, he's on a conference call right now, remember, he's from 1 to 2, he had a conference call.
That's right, that's right.
That's why he's not here. So we'll draw up a resolution, pass that, notify you, and then we'll decide probably who notifies it. I mean, maybe, what do you think, should Pat's office and the official notify, or from a legal standpoint, or is it, if you have a setup, it probably better not come via you, so you can take the heat.
Well, in that case.
Well, we were looking at, you talked with Roger, what name to call it, or what road numbering system. It looks like there's slight error down through there as far as like road numbering, so it should really be like 210th Road, according to what.
Yeah, it lines up with my.
Two zero lines, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he said there's a section west of Potter, that's
Yeah.
named 214.
214, I think, correct.
It should be 210, I agree, but I'm not tackling that. You know, you put a bunch of, there's, I don't know how many addresses on that road, but if you change that road to 210, when it's already been 214 for a long period of time, you have lots of
Yeah.
upsets.
Well, let's tackle that, let's get this taken care of.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a big deal, but for those people.
Well, yeah, it doesn't us, but.
What did you say PJ said to call it, PJ Cousins?
He's county,
County Road 74.
Yeah.
he's still got changes there.
Yeah, you can stop changing.
Either way, the address is changing.
But see, they told us that those first 4 numbers, those actual numerical numbers will not change. The only thing was that
Yes.
Highway 74 will now be 210th Road, so that's the only change.
Who told you that?
Did Pat tell us? Well, Roger told us that, I think, Roger told
Yeah.
us.
Which would make sense, it would line up.
Well, if those numbers line up with our 911 addressing, but if they don't, then you should change them. State highways aren't the same as our county roads. They go backwards from where our county address system is.
Really?
So, if,
Our county address is based off Topeka, Shawnee County.
what I'm saying is if we're gonna name it 210th Road, and then there's somebody that's east 5 miles and has a lower address than what you do on that road, that'll just confuse a lot of people. and lower
Well, I think
road
we just gotta work that out, I mean,
Yeah.
that's just what they said, but when we pass the resolution, we need to make sure that that's clear, so when the letter goes out,
Yep.
that they know this is what your new address will be. You
We
have
should
to
know.
move, you have to move, but this is what your new address
Yes,
is.
exactly. So, I mean, we want it to be right when we change it once and not
Yeah.
5 years down the road, like, why do we do that? They need to be this number and they need to change again. So, maybe those will coincide, but most state highways are.
We're not gonna have bottom ground off PJ down there on 2, are we?
I'm not planning on it.
Well, you probably gotta get with Roger and verify and make sure
We did this morning.
you did, so he's aware of that.
They're looking to make sure that those numbers don't need to change. Because that was his idea, well, we'll just change Highway 74 to 210th Road. I was like, but if these addresses range doesn't line up with what they need
So
to be.
you'll have the proper ones to sign.
Correct. Yep.
So we passed a resolution on how we're gonna rename the road. Do we have to include anything about the address changes? Should there be something in there that the new addresses will coincide with the 911?
Yeah. With the 911 addressing system.
That gives you guys some latitude then to work that out. Okay.
Yep.
Just so it's clear, so that we know.
Yeah, and then make sure that the part that runs north and south gets called Thomas Road, which we already have for a mile. Thomas Road in the county. So, that's all we have. We'll work with them. We've already talked to Joint Communications about getting a social access to them, so. When do you need to have it by, 2 weeks, less than that?
We'd like to get the ball rolling, if legal will come up, we'd like to get the ball rolling by next Tuesday, with the idea of trying to meet later that week and get the signs all done. The sooner we get
Do it, but,
the money, he just said the money's there, though, it's just electronic, once that's done, its money can be transferred.
Okay.
It'll be a lot easier to probably change signs with weather that we do, so. Further we get into December, we don't know what we're gonna get.
That's, when Leroy and I were talking about, I talked to Leroy the other day, and we were talking about when that was gonna happen, and I told him, I figured it'd be the first snowstorm.
So we're talking like the narrow bridge signs, the reflect, they're gonna pull all the signs.
No. All they're gonna pull is the,
I was saying.
yeah, address signs, so.
And you'll have to put up
210.
210 foot in there.
Yeah, all the other signs, way I understood would stay in place.
It is odd for that one little piece, you have to call it Thomas Road. It is odd.
If you didn't, I mean, Thomas Road's right, did you see the map?
Yeah, I know where it is, yeah. I'm pretty familiar with that area.
Okay, well, if they,
It's just that whole stretch that goes down, it's basically the old highway, the old 73 highway.
yeah,
Stearns is about the only person I can attack it. Around the corner.
yeah, Ern's the only one on Thomas Road. Yeah,
But their address right now is probably 74.
Then Thompson actually crosses the highway and goes another, that half a mile to the north too.
yeah,
Their rocker right there.
so. Yeah, if you call it 2 cents, it's just nice and flat.
That's probably what PJ was thinking, County Road 74 will be one road.
Because if it was 2/10, there would be two 2/10s, because 2/10,
There and there,
yeah, it would be in 2 spots.
yeah.
Well, that's Thomas Road goes down by me, where the telephone tower is.
No.
Yeah,
What's that called?
yeah, that's Thomas.
By the telephone, yeah, by the telephone tower, yeah, that's Thomas.
Well, then you can't say that, Molly. That's right, because that road could be the other way around.
Right.
I would say that was right.
Yeah, Thomas Road.
Thomas.
But if you call it 210, going around the curve,
That's
you have
not
210 going
easy.
straight and then 210 going north and south also, and
That would work.
north.
That's probably what PJ was thinking, like, that's why he was probably, because it'd be all just one.
We wouldn't call it parallel old 73, it's 36 Road, so.
Yeah, that would be like another, I was just saying to them, it's like, that would be an example of like, if you had, like, county road, county highways, that would be your county road system right there, it'd be county road, whatever.
Yeah. 5, 10, 2, 2, 7.
County road 73, we'd have county road 74.
We don't have a county road 73 though, so.
You can tell when they were built, 73, 74,
Yeah.
75.
Yep. Did you guys talk about the contract from the architect yet?
No, not yet, I know that he had sent to you and Pat, and so Pat has had a chance to review.
I believe so, but I don't know.
Was he agreeable with it? I think it's different fees, which it'd either be 10% or.
What's that?
Okay.
I talked to Judith.
Sorry, honey. We knew you were on conference call.
We just had a discussion about, Highway 74.
We just found out we're in litigation, so you gotta represent us.
We're in litigation over Highway 74?
Yeah, Matt's gonna contact Leroy Kane and try and get him up here possibly by next Tuesday, so we can get that ball rolling. We need to determine,
Whether we gotta do resolution,
Resolution.
rename the road.
I talked with Roger and yesterday. They're unsure who is it that does the notification with the post office.
I can do it.
Well,
You can do it.
well, somebody needs to, I don't know how long it takes for them to change. I mean, I think it's really a matter of, we just make sure that we get everybody on the same page.
Well, I think Les brought up a point that we gotta make sure that, he said the state uses those different numbers, the numbers may change, but we need to make sure it coincides with the 911, those actual addresses.
Originally, we talked about just changing their address instead of 74 to St. Tim's Road. But if their actual numerical part of their address doesn't line up with the rest of the county's 911 addresses, then now's the time to change them to make them do what they do.
Do they?
We don't know yet.
I told him when we passed the resolution, we just give him the authority to make sure that line, that we give the emergency manager the authority to make sure that those 911 numbering system matches up with our current system.
Jim also pointed out to me that 214th Road, are you familiar with that?
Yeah. He wants to change it to Tenth Road. I don't think that's a final decision.
Which little section is it, 214th? Is that
Well,
just going east?
I can show you on a map, I don't know how to describe it. It's
County line, huh? Well, John Overbright, that little short
This-
through there.
This here is currently 210th Road,
Yeah.
excuse me, 214th Road. This is also 214. This is scheduled to be 210. So this one is on parallel with that, so.
Oh, I know where you're at.
Should that be
That goes into like Cummings. Yeah.
I don't know how, it doesn't look like it goes very far, it only goes to there.
From here to here.
It's only, that's less than 2 miles.
Yes, it's shares like that.
There's no reason to do it.
I got set up on it.
214?
It goes right to the, well, you said it didn't go to, you said it goes to, that line, right? You're south of it.
Yeah, this is what I'm thinking is going on.
Yeah, this road.
Yeah, I
Because that usually goes right.
I can drive down that. But you keep in mind, everything that we send, whoever lives there gets to change all their banking and everything. Change everything that they know.
We should find out how many addresses are on that stretch. It's no different than what we did in the last year or two. We had all those addresses that were messing around 59 highway. Those were found, those were in error too. We were up there between that and Muscoda. We had to renumber those, they didn't get new addresses.
Yeah.
But what you do is just say, well, we gotta change your number because we had to change this, and you tell these people, we gotta change your number because we had to change this. There you go.
What do you call the roads that run north and south from 214 to 210?
Bypass.
I thought there was just one on the map he showed me, and it looked like it was Thomas Road.
No, that's all.
No, you're doing that different.
Until where 214 drops down to what you wanna call 210, what are you gonna name those?
Because they don't line up with Material, they don't line up with Neosho.
You know where it steps down, that's why.
I think I've seen it on the map, I don't think I've ever been in there.
Henderson Road,
There you go.
Whoever lives there, named after them.
No,
No,
don't
it
put
should be,
mine on.
it should be in the alphabetical range.
It should be in alphabetical range.
Isn't it odd that we're off the numerical system off of Shawnee County? That's fine, I just found that like really odd. No, I said that, we're off the numerical system, that's how our road systems are numbered, we're based off of Shawnee County. Somebody just said Shawnee County, so if you go down to Jefferson County, it just continues on, so the numbers go lower, fewer minutes. I don't know how we ever got it like that.
Jeff County, no, but it's Jackson County.
Jackson County does. yeah.
Jackson County, no, Jeff County.
Jeff County's not.
Jeff County, don't use it. Jackson County was the same off
Jackson
Shawnee.
County goes by Shawnee.
Yeah.
It's interesting how you know.
Yeah, you've already probably fall right in line.
Start somewhere. There probably is some advantage to having it, not necessarily off the Shawnee, but that would be uniform when you get to the, the dividing line between our county and the next.
And then post office, maybe just need to notify the local postmaster.
I don't have any idea what that process is.
Well, we were just discussing
Oh,
that.
we'll find out.
Is it just notifying them, or do you have to get permission, approval from them?
They get all their addresses from us. So they call us and ask us for an address. So I'll just call the Ashland postmaster and see if there's anything special that they need.
I guess we just need a resolution to change the road.
how do we name roads?
That's what we were just discussing. We need to make a decision, just 210th Road. We're doing County Road 74, I mean, we can, I can either way.
You did, it's consistent with our,
Mhm.
it aligns with our rate. And then that other portion, Thomas Road.
Does that, you're gonna ask me, does that require a resolution? Have we in the past done that by
I'm
resolution?
sure you probably have to do a resolution.
Did we,
Well, we passed a resolution for acquiring transfer road highway, but, or, you know, I would assume we have to still do a resolution. We had to do a resolution when we did the change of speed limits. I mean, I know what statute says, but
when we adopted the 911 addressing, and I don't know how long ago that was, did we pass resolutions for it? Was it just done administratively by?
not long ago.
Yeah.
That's probably longer than that.
91, 92 is when they did the 911.
It was done by the emergency management office. I'm sure you passed the resolution on.
I'm sure we did.
But,
So we get a
I'll
little
get,
bit.
I'll get with Leroy and try to get him up here, try to get him up for next Tuesday.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'll call the postmaster and tell the appraiser's office and GIS would like to look at that Tuesday.
I'd say the postmaster's gonna say that's your call, and we'll just make sure that there's 12 people are notified when they change address, is what I would say. She, I think she did.
And if we do get Leroy up here, I don't know if we'll be able to make a decision or not, but we could give a notification when for sure it's gonna take effect. As soon as we, I don't know if they'll be able to pinpoint that next Tuesday or not, but, I'll get with him and do everything we can.
So, are they just gonna take their signs off the post, so they can leave the post there for us?
That's, I'll have to go talk to, Robbie Weiser, but, I'm thinking that's what's gonna happen, is they'll just take their sign off the post, we'll be right behind them, but our sign up will be done.
It'll surely snow whatever day we pick for that.
We're not talking about 5 signs.
Yeah, it won't be, well,
Every cross road.
yeah, it won't be a lot, it's 5 or 6, probably, it shouldn't be a big deal. Hey Pat, here's a bridge inspection. BG actually has
Yeah.
the bridge file, that bridge still. But this is the inspection, and I marked the places that, that's a bridge number.
25.
Five.
This one here is probably on the one up there.
Well, he has some streets there coming, or in Colorado, there might be one.
That one there, the streets about, which is all I guess.
Well, he didn't say, okay.
I don't know if you remember that.
We're gonna heat up to 40 degrees.
Okay,
I think that'll be later eventually, if the county wanted to put it later.
well, you're gonna heat the living spaces,
And that's all we insulated.
is that in the?
Yes.
Is that
That's
what he
the way.
said? But he said, in my discussion with him, he said it wasn't. We didn't get into the specifics of
Yeah, they'll insulate all of those walls.
That pertains to the living quarters.
Up in the living quarters, not the
That'll
bed.
be part of the specs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not the bay, I mean, the bay, we don't have to inflate, it is inflated within our, it's just aluminum type space within the stuff, you've seen it, haven't you?
No, I haven't, but, they got this new spray on stuff now that I know.
Correct.
Two iron twins are doing that, doesn't work.
That will,
There's a bathroom door.
Yeah. I would not pay that order, an add-on change order for an architectural installation of me. That would make that a project.
Yeah, I think that should be included in living quarters, I just don't think we need it as part of the rest of the building. So if you write that, don't write that in the specs that we're gonna insulate the rest of the building at this point. So that would take care of that,
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah, I mean, it could be done at a later point. There's nothing they're gonna do to stop you from, would stop you from getting on to a later point. Just, it'll be wide open. So,
So we have contract, or what do we have?
well, we made substantial changes to the standard contract. I'm confident that this is okay. And this is, this is I would approve this contract if you want to hire the service.
And you think that 5,500 is an optional thing that we don't, if we get it resolved, we don't have to.
Yeah, but I also see there's two typos that are, that I think should be changed. I could talk to, we can get approval, you go ahead and get approval for Jeff to sign after we have that discussion.
After you were talking.
You give the approval today.
Oh,
or
once
next
those
year.
corrections are made,
Mhm.
okay. All right. I would move we would authorize the chairman to sign an agreement with, what's the name of the company?
Jason,
Yeah.
she,
Okay. Upon the 2 or 3 typo, changes as, brought forward by the county council.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Carried 3-0.
Have a great day.
Green little shade. Music, that show. Not
Doing for your radar station, you bring it and show the building. I told you to go, didn't I?
I know. Can we see that?
Yeah. You don't feel too, don't you?
I'll just read it down someplace.
I'm not gonna stay right here. Yeah, you have the code, so.
Appreciate it.
The other one's not locked, it's got a house in it, so I wouldn't put it in there yet. I put it in our big one.
Is there a padlock thing on? Is there a padlock thing on?
No, it's a key lock.
They rescue.
Yeah, put it in there, which is the code on the door.
Shut up.
Shows it somewhere in there.
Keys in somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
got the code.
Yeah. Hard. You can't forget it. Okay. I don't know if you have any problems.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Ready for us? You need something beforehand?
No, I don't know if you want me up here too.
That's fine. 2:30, good enough?
Let's do for you. Move it in there, because I have to be sufficient for discussion and all that.
I have a telephone conference in federal
Question.
court at 2:15. I'm gonna leave here about 2:10 to go out to my car, actually, for the call.
Okay. So you got for at least 20 minutes? Okay.
He was.
Mayor, move it in executive
Yeah,
session.
he's probably got it as well, if it stretches it, if it stretches it.
40 minutes, which will take us to 2:30, commission, county councilor, the sheriff, and the sheriff.
Hey, hang on just a second, hang on. Is there a, insurance deal today, explanation from my attorney?
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet, I mean, I've talked, yeah. we're
No,
gonna get-
not this week.
Well, I mean, oh, you're wanting to get like a pre-enrollment meeting, is that what you're talking
Or
about?
just like question answer?
Maybe next week is when I think they're scheduled to come on.
You said next week. Okay. Bye.
They're
Sorry.
scheduled 20. They're scheduled next week, 21st, 22nd, they're scheduled. Okay. Yes.
Ask him to leave.
You want to report what I found out from Mike?
Yeah.
Talked with Mike Keller, here a little bit ago, as far as like state of Kansas plan and or going into preferred health systems. He said those are always like a month-to-month plan. So he said, he's like, you could just stop paying essentially. You want to notify him. He said you should notify them that you're getting off the plan. But he said it's not a big deal. He said if you just stop ceasing payments to the state, he said it's the same way as preferred health systems. If it was like something really bad or something like that, you just didn't pay that first month payment, then you just don't have coverage. So he said it's always a month to month. So he said that he's had several instances where they've gone from the state to out of the state program, and this is a regular occurrence. So
Yeah, I think the issue is the penalty.
yeah,
And
that's what he said. He said they're going to let you out. He said it just depends on which way you choose to.
I looked at it again, we should probably be in executive.
Yeah, let's-
session.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Yep.
Yeah, so this would be, it's gonna be a trick client, or is this?
Attorney client.
Trick client, can you give us 20 minutes, 25, or are we gonna
Let's
3 o'clock?
Go till 3 o'clok.
Until 3 o'clock?
That ought to be enough, yeah.
Do anybody moving that, or motion?
It's a wonder some contractors stay in business, because, like Boone Brothers, after they did our roof, there's no way we would do another project. Would you ever do a project with them?
No.
If they came in at 50,000 and Nick said it was 125, I don't know if we'd use them. It's kind of amazing that they.
Well, Reed Graves had said that the issue was that that contractor, PCI or whatever it is, uses a bunch of smaller subcontractors, and he thought that's where the issue came from. He said the communication between everybody like that was.
Everybody that's working on the project works for them full-time except for the local glass contractor, which is Emory.
Oh, okay, so I guess not.
And the only problem that we had was with Emory. Because when Emory would send him, because it has to go that way to get it approved. I mean, it's supposed to go to the contractor, and then to the architect, and then to the architect, back to the contractor, and then back to the subcontractor.
Okay.
But if it takes 2 weeks for him to move it each time, then that's 4 weeks each time. And at the end, finally, it got to where, we said, we just can't keep doing this, so then it got to where he said it was okay for him to communicate between Reed and, Lassen, so. We're pretty well. The good thing about it is it's not costing anything, it's an inconvenience, it's not a good site to go into the building, it's easily, bottom line, it's not costing any extra, that's a good thing, so. And they are considerably cheaper than the next bid, and they seem to be doing a good job of what they're doing, so. Then the other thing I've got, I had, they come up and take a look at the, roof, Diamond Everly. They looked at, the, roof right out here. Now, he seems to think that the roof has taken pretty good wear for the years that it's done it, but he feels that all it really needs is some maintenance done to it by them. And it should last another 5 or 10 years, he thinks. He sees, quite a few problems, like there's a leak just on the other side of that light. Where the tower is, where it goes down to the roof, and down there is pretty rotten. It needs fixed. There's some vents up there that around the vents, you can see like a 1/2-inch gap around it. Things like that, that just need to be, and then there's some bubbles in the roof where, it's gonna be leaking if you don't do something with it, they're come loose and they're bubbled up. But he goes to roof, and he's working on a bid for us and a summary and everything, so we can get, and it would be a general idea of what it would be. It wouldn't be a bid per se yet, because, we couldn't do that with him until we get another person to bid it as well. Once you guys decide what you want to do with it.
Do you think it'll exceed $10,000?
I would think so.
Okay.
I would not think it would. Then we looked at the, health department. It's in really bad shape. Should go through the winter okay. It's gotta be leaking a little bit down the walls and whatever. And I would say that next summer, it should be replaced. If it's not, then it definitely has to be replaced the following year.
What's the estimate cost?
He's working on that as well. Hasn't got it yet. And he's supposed to fill out a full report on what it needs and what it will take. Where he feels the roof is. Then we looked at a couple of roofs up at Cedar Village, and we're working on that as well. There's a roof up there that's, I don't know, it's gonna be a tough roof to do. It's got 2 air conditioners, it's a hallway, it's a flat roof, it's got a roof over here and a roof over here, and it's just gonna be a nightmare to, and they're trying to figure out how to get some pitch or something to it. It's gonna be a real tough roof to do. I think that's about it. We've got the stuff at the recycling center taken loose, the electrical. That's not really, you know anything about that or not, but they're ready to move out next day.
The equipment is there, that's what you said.
The baler and the,
Yeah.
can machine and the heat, oil heater
Yeah.
are all disconnected electrically, so they're ready to move whenever.
Make that so you can move that little heater to the shop.
Yeah, he's got one of those oil tanks too. You've been out there, they cleaned it up. They,
I just haven't paid that close attention.
they have a transfer station, but I think they have, the guys come out from a transfer station, clean up a bunch of stuff outside too.
There's not anything left out there outside of those items, that's all. But there's a shredder, but he, wasn't told anything about it, so I don't know if he's unhooked or not.
Where's that at?
Right to your left as you come in the door, I think it's a shredder. I remember that's what we used it for.
I don't know, he'd have to ask, he'd have to ask what,
The first step, you're gonna come in there, shred off the,
Right on the left side, you walk into the,
big heavy, pretty sure. I think that's what, that's what, of course, that's what it shows on the paper, what Jerry is out here. That guy would be out.
then the furnace out there is out. I got a motor ordered for it, should be in 2 days to a week, I guess, and not many days for it. Bathroom's heated, the bathroom is heated, so.
Oh, the bathroom, that's where all the pipes are, I think.
Right.
Oh, we should be pretty good shape.
If it gets too cold, it's probably take open that door between them a little bit,
Oh, yeah, the rescue side and.
yeah. But it didn't, I mean, it wasn't freezing in there today, so. And like I said, as soon as I get that in, I'll get that running, so.
Necessarily want this to be on there. I like to send it to Dennis' office, to get some work done on the job.
That's all I got.
I don't think you can, you're not coming back, is that right?
How much longer will be here?
I don't know, I don't think we need you for it. If we do, we'll send an SOS text.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, hey, Joe, I did get a hold, you're leaving, the ADA person from the state of Kansas. I was able to make contact with him, and I will tell you the date that he is coming up. It's December 10th.
What is his name? I don't remember his name. Let's see if it's the same.
Ray Petty. Tuesday, December 17th, he'll be up here at 10 a.m.
Now, does he work for the state or is he working independent?
It's through the state of Kansas, state of Kansas disability.
Well, now I can't think, it sounds like that's him.
ADA compliance.
It's the name that Pat gave me that the city used.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this guy here, he works for a place that is sponsored by the government. But what he does is, to be independent of that, it needs to be an independent contractor. And he's saying that he would do it somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000.
He's just planning on coming up to me. He didn't talk about like price or anything like that, but it's listed through the, state of Kansas, he's listed through the state of Kansas Americans Disability Act, ADA Compliance Office.
Well, the person that he works for normally has something to do with the government, but what he proposed to do, what he did for the city was outside of that scope of employment.
So you're saying he didn't like review like any, well, I mean, but if you just go out and, so you're saying he won't do anything to tell you like what needs to be changed?
I was going to get a hold of him to get him to come up, so I'm glad, you know, that he's coming up so I can talk to him about that, because I'm not sure exactly what he does, because we need something that describes the scope of work that needs to be done as well as the problems. And he sounded like he would do that, but,
That's what I thought, I mean, that's what,
and he was supposed to bring us up what he did for KU or someplace like that. I'm not sure about that.
yeah, it's part of the Great Plains ADA Center.
And then
Yeah, he's
what day
the
was he-
Kansas coordinator.
What day was he coming out?
Tuesday the 12th,
No,
17th.
well, I just listed 17th, yeah, December 17th at 10 a.m.
Do you know where he's gonna be, and is he gonna call me, or do I need to get over to him before that?
I asked him what, I'll tell you exactly what it is. I asked if we needed anything else prior to the meeting. He said if you had a list of facilities with a few photos of each, he'd be able to figure out how much time it will take to provide consultation on this, is what he says.
So he's not coming up to take a tour that day?
No. He just said we have to discuss what we need to do or what we need.
Okay, so he'll be here.
Yeah, he'll be here. He just said if we had a list of facilities, then even better if we had a few photos of each, then that would help him out. That'd speed it up, so.
Well, I have the book that was made in '07 or whatever it was, so it has all that in it.
There's been no changes to any buildings or?
There's been a lot of changes,
Mhm.
and I'm not sure about giving him that, because if he's gonna do it, I'd just soon him do a free, on his own.
Well, if we just have like a list, if we just have like a list of facilities, I mean, if we could just come up with a list of facilities and maybe some updated photos or something.
Okay, now, in the past, we were looking at County Lake and all, so I guess we're still gonna be doing that, right?
We're on, what's ADA compliance out at the lake?
Everything has a compliance, I mean, anything that you own. The city got gigged because of the parks, I think.
What do we have out there that's gotta be ADA compliant? I mean, what else is out there?
Shower houses.
You have restrooms out there, or
Well,
you have facilities?
outhouses.
Are they handicap accessible?
They're built 1933.
Well, that kind of answers that, I mean, we have a shelter house that's in the ground.
Yeah, you know what? We should probably have him look at that. We should probably have him look at the lake.
But every piece of property you have has,
You're right.
You're thinking one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There are two pretty good sized trees.
Two. Probably a dozen. Yeah, so yeah, if we just had like a list of his facilities and just had a few photos, I mean, that would probably.
now the, community corrections last time, I don't know how much they did or did, so I guess that's something we'll have to discuss. Because we don't own the building, but we still are responsible for the inside of it, I guess. That's something I need to talk to Pat, I guess, about. Because it's got kind of a weird
Yeah.
lease on it.
Well, don't forget our, it's the old recycling center. That's, I don't know if they did that in the last study or not.
Yes,
They did.
yes.
Yeah.
And the old recycling center, it's, when you do it, you're gonna have somebody that brings it all up to 88, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're being specs.
Mm-hmm.
So we probably wouldn't wanna even worry about that, but it really is.
That's probably true.
So the architect should bring that all up to
Mhm.
85.
Yeah.
I mean, the big buildings are these two here in the Royal Hall. I would think the State Lake nursing home should be pretty close already, because they have to comply with a lot of stuff. And then the county health department has some pretty good issues there.
Oh, the health department?
Yeah, the back of it is the way it's made. There's no ramp into it, and because of city codes and because of the ramp, inches per feet and all that, it's just, hopefully they can come up with something good. But right now, the way they do it is they bring them into the front, just a little unhandy, but, you know, whatever makes it in.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Yeah, he will be up here.
okay, I'll probably contact you before that, because I've been talking to him a little bit.
So you gotta talk with Ray?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's who it was.
Okay. Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Jeff.
What time did you guys come out of, executive session?
5 to 3.
Yeah. We finished early, so we came out 5 till 3, no action taken.
Got anything?
Oh, I forgot to ask Pat, preferred health system stuff. Shoot.
What about Seacoast had it?
He has it, we were supposed to, I think so.
Can we do it next week? They ain't gonna be signed up till end of the week early.
Well, you're gonna start classes next week.
What's that?
You're gonna start classes, so to speak, next week. so we'll
Yeah,
have
the
to-
20th starts the 22nd, let's see, we meet on the 19th, so.
Yeah, it'll be okay. They sent it to me first, or then I sent them to Pat. So technically I have a copy of it. No, I'll text him, wait and see what he says.
So we're gonna go with plan forward, and we're gonna, lower the dental to where the 41st floor. Make it,
What, we pay 90%, right? We pay 90% on both. Well, that was at, I think that was at 85, I can calculate it. So we had a little less than that.
maybe last $3 and something.
Yeah, that's what my guess, is. I think it was like 3 something.
That's for sale.
Yeah, twice, yeah.
We pay 9% of the family.
310.
But
You don't pay 9% family, do you?
No, it's, 73%.
Yeah, it drops off.
73 or 75, and the health is. One option for it.
Yeah, so should we make it with that?
Sure.
That's not gonna change it a whole lot.
No,
So what do you take?
I'll just go right down and do the same percentages.
90, 75s. Okay. Because it's 90, 75, 76, 78 is what we have on plan forward. and volume, and I think like hotel room.
You gonna watch that number one show tonight, Mike? Number one rated show? King beats Duke.
Oh, that's what I do.
That'd be a good game.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see what Katie looks like. I mean, they haven't put anybody yet. K-State was in the camera.
What's that?
No, not really. Cut the camera.
Yeah, Bruce Wade and
Go ahead and make the motion in here or whatever.
Yeah, I got that comment in the discussion. Just talking about it real quick.
Okay. Motion.
I move we enter executive session for 20 minutes for non-elected personnel.
Have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye. So we'll come out at 3:45,
Okay. Chris is coming up with a,
Oh, okay.
he said he's always slow, there you go. Should be here pretty quick, I think. Yes, we will. Pat said we're good to go on the preferred health system contract. We reviewed it.
Do you need a motion for you to sign?
Yeah, I need a motion to sign, application for group methods and preferred health systems, 2014.
I so move, Mr. Chairman. Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Then, just so we're clear, 2014, we are going, based on Mike Keller of Gallagher Benefits, Ashton County Benefits for 2014. We are going with option 4, which is a high deductible HSA plan. Deductibles of $2,500 per employee, $5,000 for employee and spouse, employee and children, and family. And Ashton County will pay respectively 90% of employee-only premiums, 75% of employee and spouse, 76% of employee and children, and 78% of full family plan. And that would apply to dental as well. And that includes HSA contributions by Ashton County of $1,500 to an employee, $2,500 for employee and spouse, employee and children, or family tiers.
If they met the rules.
Correct.
If they met the rules.
provided they meet
Three
total wellness.
wellness criteria.
That's correct. Otherwise, it would be, Ashland County HSA contribution of $1,000, and then $2,000 for, $1,000 for employee only, $2,000 thereafter, with the wellness portion of $500 potential additional HSA contribution.
And there is a different rate for smokers versus non-smokers, is that correct?
That's correct. So for employee only, on a 90% plan, the employee only per month, premium would be $38. For tobacco user, it would be $78. For employee and spouse, it would be $200 a month premium. Tobacco user would be $240 per month. Employee and children would be $180. Tobacco user, employee and children would be $220, and full family plan would be $260 a month. If you were a tobacco user, full family plan would be $300 a month. Dental. Dental for employee only would be $3.10 a month. Calculate this out. At the 90%, okay.
Well, you can just say what the full rate is and you're gonna pay so much.
Okay, so for dental rate in 2014, employee only is $31 premium. Ashland County will pay 90% of that. Employee and spouse is $61.34 a month. Ashland County will pay 75% of that. Employee and children is $60.87. Yeah, $60.87, and we will pay 76% of that. And then full family plan is $103.32, and Ashland County will pay 78% of that. Let me list the projected savings. Okay.
No, can I make a copy of that?
Yeah, let's see, I'm doing the right ones, there's some other pages. It's a little bit scribbly on the down, but you can see that.
That's fine.
That marks the percentages. Yes, sir, come in. Come in. Oh, did it, I didn't change that. Well, we will be now. Yeah, he came in, I just didn't turn around. We've been out of exec session. I need to get one of those digital signs, so I have to keep getting up. Get kind of lazy. Yeah. Okay, Leroy. K-O-E-H-A. That's good. That's good.
Okay. All right. Got it, thank you.
Was that Leroy?
Yes, sir.
He confirmed with the company?
It was Matt,
Okay.
next Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So.
Are you writing that on there, Mike?
I can, if you can tell me how to spell legal, or I can't even.
Is it Koehn?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
K what, K-O?
Koehn.
He started out Blue Cross Blue Shield, and his wife and kid and mom and dad. I think it was $700 well, over time,
You get,
they got $2,200 a month. I got kids, but I can't afford it. She said, if something happens, I said, I can't
then things change. Okay, how long do we need?
20.
Half hour? 20 minutes? Does that work? Does that work for you, Chris? 20 minutes, fine?
I need to make copies of it if you guys need.
Let's use a half hour, that makes what there is, and we'll.
Okay.
If anything else we can adjourn after that.
I'll run down the register to talk.
Oh, okay, okay.
I would move to go into executive session, for 30 minutes to discuss non-elected personnel matters, and to include the commission and anyone else that we need in this exec.
Okay. Second?
I second.
Okay. All in favor, signify by saying aye.